You know that feeling, right? You type a question into Google. Could be anything really, best way to repot a houseplant, or maybe what's the capital of Moldova?
Uh-huh.
And the answer just, well, it just appears. Like a neat little summary, often right there at the top.
Yeah.
It feels incredibly efficient, doesn't it? Almost like magic. What's going on there?
It absolutely does feel like magic, and that's exactly what we're taking a deep dive into today.
Okay.
That magic, as you call it, is the new reality of AI overviews. And this deep dive, drawing a lot from Kingsley Aswama's really sharp insights, is all about unpacking how the internet itself is fundamentally changing.
Changing how?
Well, everything from the basic act of how you find information, right through to how content creators could be independent bloggers, could be huge brands, how they're going to adapt and, well, hopefully survive, maybe even thrive in this completely new landscape.
Okay, let's unpack that, because the speed of this shift it's genuinely kind of startling.
It is.
I mean, we saw ChatGPT hitting, 500 million monthly users by May 2025. That's huge. And Google's response has been incredibly fast, decisive even.
Right. First, they rolled out those AI overviews, those quick summaries you mentioned sitting above the regular search results.
Yeah, I see those all the time now.
But here's where it gets really interesting, I think. They're now launching full-blown AI mode. This is powered by Gemini 2.0.
Gemini 2.0, and what's the big deal with that?
So what's really revolutionary, or seems to be, with Gemini 2.0 is its capability. You can ask it these incredibly complex, multi-part questions now.
Okay.
You can even upload images for it to analyze or drop in PDFs, and Google aims to give you a comprehensive, detailed answer.
Right in the search results.
Exactly. And here's the really core shift we need to explore today. It does all of this without necessarily sending you off to external websites.
Ah.
That traditional pathway, the one built on links and clicks, is being profoundly rerouted.
Wow. Okay, that is a staggering transformation. Because I guess if these AI answers are really good,
Which they often are, or aim to be.
and they keep users right there in the Google environment, then the click-through rates to actual websites must be plummeting.
They are. Our sources are showing that with these AI summaries, only about maybe 8% of searches actually lead you to click on an external site.
8%? What was it before?
It was around 15%, so nearly halved already.
Okay.
And maybe even more concerning, especially if you create content, is that only around 1% of those AI overviews even bother citing a source clearly.
1%. So if you're a content creator, that traffic just vanishing.
Yeah.
It must feel like an existential threat, right?
Oh, absolutely. It really raises a fundamental question for anyone creating content online. Websites that, once thrived on that organic search traffic,
Yeah.
they're now effectively starving for clicks.
So for marketers, too, this isn't just a small adjustment.
No, not at all. It's a redefinition of their entire strategy. Those traditional approaches to SEO, the backlinks, the keyword research, carefully crafting meta descriptions.
All that stuff we used to focus on.
Yeah. As our source put it really well, it's all becoming whispers in yesterday's wind. We're seeing this major shift from optimizing just for visibility, like getting seen, to optimizing for utility, actual usefulness.
Okay, utility. So with the old SEO playbook losing its power so fast, what does this actually mean for brands and creators trying to get found now?
Well, they're scrambling. They really are. They're trying to figure out something new, something people are starting to call GEO, Generative Engine Optimization.
AGEO, or AIO, I've heard too,
No.
AI optimization.
Exactly. But the tricky part is it sounds like it's not like the old days of SEO where Google, occasionally published guidelines or there were somewhat clear rules.
Right, you could kind of figure it out.
Now, it feels much more like reading tea leaves, maybe, trying to guess how to get the AI to actually feature your content.
So how do you do that? Is it just guesswork?
It's a great question, and honestly, the rules are still being written or discovered, but the whole philosophy of search has changed radically. Google used to reward authority and relevance, largely based on things like links pointing to your site and how many clicks you got, signals like that.
Okay.
Now, AI search seems to primarily reward utility and direct answers, what some call resolution. It wants to solve the user's query immediately.
Resolution, meaning it answers the question completely.
Pretty much. So it's less about optimizing for a broad term, like, say, running shoes.
Yeah.
You now probably want to rank for these ultra-specific queries. Things like best running shoes for flat feet under $150 for marathon training.
Ah, much more specific.
Exactly. It's about figuring out the precise job to be done for that user in that moment.
That is a huge distinction. So less about broad keywords, more about understanding the specific problem, the job to be done, as you say.
Precisely.
And if your content isn't structured to answer that very specific question cleanly, maybe, I don't know, with clear FAQs or really detailed specs,
Then the AI might just skip right over it.
just become invisible.
Essentially, yes.
Oh.
Invisible to the AI, which increasingly means invisible to the user.
Wow.
And, this panic, this uncertainty among content creators and brands, it's already given birth to a whole new industry.
Really? What kind of industry?
Well, we're seeing startups like names like Athena and Profound are mentioned. They're building tools specifically designed to try and, hack isn't quite the right word. Maybe reverse engineer this AI black box.
How did they do
It
that?
sounds pretty brute force.
Yeah.
They'll generate dozens, maybe hundreds of different prompt variations around a topic just to see if a brand's content actually shows up in Google's AI answer for any of them.
So it's just trial and error on a massive scale.
It seems like it, a kind of blunt force experimentation.
Yeah.
Almost, you could say, a desperate attempt to force some visibility in a system that offers very, very little transparency right now.
It paints a pretty stark new reality, doesn't it?
It really does.
Some people are even going as far as saying, and get this, every brand on the planet now has one new customer, ChatGPT, or, Gemini, or whatever the dominant AI is.
Think about that for a second. That's a powerful statement.
It is. If your content isn't the specific piece the AI decides to pull from to answer a query, then you're just gone. Vanished into silence.
And it's different from traditional search, isn't it?
Totally different. Because with old search, even if you were poorly optimized, you might still show up on page 2 or page 3. There was still some chance of discovery.
But AI answers feel much more binary.
Exactly. Binary is the perfect word. What's truly chilling here, I think, is that feeling that it's either you're featured right there in the AI overview or you're completely invisible.
Yeah. There are no second chances. There's no fallback position on page 2 or 3 anymore. Not in the same way.
That must be terrifying for anyone who's built a business or a presence based on being discoverable online.
Absolutely. It means you have to fundamentally shift your thinking. Stop optimizing primarily for clicks, maybe, and start optimizing purely for AI inclusion.
Because the AI search isn't just another feature anymore.
No, it's rapidly becoming the gatekeeper, the main way people get answers. And being ignored by that gatekeeper, that really is the new digital irrelevance.
Okay, so let's just recap our deep dive today for everyone listening. We've basically charted this profound and incredibly rapid shift, haven't we?
We have, from an internet we understood, one based on links and clicks and navigating websites,
To one that's increasingly dominated by these direct AI-generated answers.
And this shift, it impacts absolutely everyone. It's not just marketers or tech people. It's the casual searcher looking for a quick fact. It's major brands trying to reach their customers. It's small creators trying to stay afloat. Everyone.
Which leaves us with some pretty big questions to think about, doesn't it?
It really does. And maybe this is the final thought for you, the listener, to ponder.
Okay.
Given that AI search is now effectively the gatekeeper, and that being ignored is, as we said, the new digital irrelevance, what does this actually mean for the future?
Like, for discovering diverse information. If the AI is summarizing everything.
Exactly. What about the financial viability, the survival of independent content creation when those clicks just disappear and the sources often aren't even cited?
And how do we as users make sure we're still thinking critically when the original context, the source, is often stripped away by the AI summary?
That's a crucial point. And what new responsibilities fall on us as users interacting with this? And maybe just as importantly, what responsibilities fall on the AI systems themselves in this new world, this increasingly binary world of featured or invisible?
Lots to think about there. A really fundamental change unfolding right before our eyes.